Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dribble Sports Show. This is episode 9. I mean, we are just firing through these week after week. Frank, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing very good. It's 9:30. I've had a coffee.
Yep.
We've just done a stream. I feel electric.
That's good.
Personally. And
Yeah.
you?
Did you take a double shot this morning as well?
Just a single. I feel good for it.
The lady at the cafe really tries to just give us a double
She
every
likes
time
the
we
double.
walk into the joint. I'm not sure what the go is there, but
love the double.
look, it's a little bit cold and fresh now coming into winter. As you can see, we're layered up a little bit. I'm not sure how you haven't got some jeans on.
I don't know
'cause
what's
I'm
going
fucking
on.
freezing cold. I can see the
Shorts is crazy.
I can see the hairs on your leg. I can see the goosebumps from where I'm sitting. But look, we've got a lot to get into today. Obviously, we've got our NRL review from last week. A lot of headlines. And of course, we'll get into this week's football coming up. But let's fire through the scores from last week's NRL.
Let's do that.
Do you have them handy?
I do.
Do you want to fire through them?
Let's go. All right. Thursday night, we had the Cowboys 6 defeated by the Sea Eagles 38. Piss house showing from the Cowboys.
Well, can we maybe just like I said we do go through these relatively quick, but I mean,
if you got more to add.
I feel like we have to add to that because the Cowboys, I feel like
they're all right. They're playing good footy.
That's right. Manly have got momentum coming in too, Rob. Let's not forget this is the Manly side that were playing abysmally
bad.
prior to. And I mean, they got them at home in their conditions. I thought the game was suited for them. It was going to be fast-paced. They were going to put a lot of points on, but
I think Drinky's 150th too.
That's right. So there was plenty to play for. And Manly just went all the way up to the fucking far North Queensland and they kind of spanked them.
That just shows you how bad the Cowboys can be. Like, they've got that in them to just not... When they don't turn up, they're going to get belted.
What I want to know is all these rumours about Scott Drinkwater and potentially getting traded or even just signing with them to the club next year. Like, I don't know what they're going to do without him. Like, obviously, they've got that Purdue there who I think they've got touted to either play as fullback or in the halves. But I mean, like...
He'll play fullback. There's another young kid called Mason Barber.
Yep.
They got big raps on him too. They reckon they
Any
really
relation
like
to
him.
Ben?
No relation to Ben. It's actually spelled Barber like a
Turkish or a...
or Turkey.
Well, my barber's Turkish.
Yeah, sure. Or I don't know. I know a lot of Iranian barbers potentially.
Sure. They're the bomb, I heard.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Moving on, but Manly, I thought just kind of made it look easy.
And Turbo went down with injury like 5 minutes into
let's not forget about that.
So
they
did it without him. I think Fogarty had arguably his best game for Manly. He was unbelievable, and he was the difference. And we still have kind of yet to see Tom Dearden really fire this year. Like, he's been good, but he hasn't been great. Like, he's been fine, right?
I got something maybe not outlandish to say, but
you don't rate him.
I've never rated him. I understand what he does well. Like, he goes hard and he looks like a real hero. He's tough. Yeah, I know that, but like, and he's quick, but like, he doesn't like when is it because we're from New South Wales? But like, does anyone ever go to the Cowboys and go, "Oh fuck, they've got Tom Dearden"? Like, you know, like
I rate him big time, especially
really?
close to the line.
It just doesn't fucking give a whole lot for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the Cowboys. I don't watch enough of the Cowboys to know. But I mean, when I play a team, right? If I'm going to play the Roosters, you go, oh yeah, fuck, they got Teddy. Like instant, just click, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Sharks, they got no one. Fair enough. But like,
tough.
Cowboys, somewhat drinky. But I mean, I just don't think about Dearden and Alden as their number one player, or even their two player.
I reckon Drinky is going to be the most overhyped signing ever. Like, Dragons fans are all over him. They're like, yeah, well, we'll have him. I mean, I'll take anything at this point, right? But he's not the fix for that club. I've said it a few times. He is so, and this shows you, when he's off, he is so badly off. And that's just not the type of player you need at the Dragons.
You reckon Dearden's a walk-up start 6 for the Maroons?
I think so, yeah.
Just based off like having a spot
I think
already?
he'll be 7. I think he'll be... Oh, yeah, because Munster plays 6. So
Munster,
I think
is he going to get picked for Origin, man?
Let's touch on that later.
Sure.
On that later.
Let's fire through the rest of these,
but speaking of, Raiders 26 defeat the Storm 22 on Friday night.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. I've got that highlighted.
Yeah,
we'll get into
I've
that.
got something else highlighted along those lines too.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
The next game after that, Friday, the 8 p.m. game, we had Dolphins 22 defeated by Panthers 23.
Yep.
Nathan Cleary with an OT clutch
You
extra
saw it coming
time
from a mile
field
away,
goal.
didn't you?
It stunk of it. It absolutely stunk of it. As soon as Issy Cartel missed that long range one, you just went, Penrith are going to steal this.
Yep.
Again, we'll touch on that one in a bit more depth later. Saturday, we had the Wars 28 defeat the Titans to 20.
Yep.
Titans with a second half comeback, but just not good enough, and the Warriors hold on.
I think that's how we would have seen that going down. High scoring, but Warriors just a little bit better.
I think so. Yep, I'm pretty sure we both said that. Your highlight of the week, the Rabbitohs 30 defeat the Dragons 12.
Yeah,
Trell
wow.
Mid, 4 tries, looks good.
Down at
Rabbitohs.
half, I think, was South down at half time? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was 12-4 at half time, then we came back. Yeah, it was.
16-12 half time.
16-12 half time.
Yeah.
So we were down and came back. I mean, not ideal against the Dragons, but I'll give them credit. The Dragons have always been a decent first half side, then just fucking go vanishing. So obviously a lot of headlines around that football club this week again. But I'm kind of, like I said, I'm sick of talking about them, you know?
Yeah, I'm sick of talking about them too.
Yep.
The next game, I mean, it was a great week of games, like a lot of close games besides that blowout in the first game. But the next game of the week, we had the West Tigers 20 defeated by the Broncos 21.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to touch on this one in a bit more depth in the next couple of sections. I think we'll leave that. We'll get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, the Roosters 38 defeat the Knights 24. Pretty good comeback from the Roosters. They looked like they were going to be in a bit of trouble at halftime. They were down a fair bit. Knights looked good, and Roosters put it on them in that second half. So pretty impressive second half. I still am yet to be impressed overall by the Roosters. Like, they show some glimpses, but I don't know. They still haven't put together a full 80 minutes where I'm like, this is a premiership contending team.
They're weird, hey? Like, they could just go out there and just roll teams without really trying, but like, it's just like, is it more of the other team potentially? But it's just like, not
even
a whole
the Sharks.
Lot. Yeah, the Sharks.
They dominated him in the first half, and then the Chooks had a great second half. I'm like, fuck, we're still yet to see 80 minutes from the Chooks. So maybe that's a sign of a good team. I'm not sure.
To be honest, I think I'd say the same about South Sydney. Like, we haven't had like a fully great 80-minute performance. Like, you know, like I said, we were down to the Dragons at half time. Like, 'cause I feel like maybe there's a lot of teams that just haven't quite had that, other than the Panthers, like who have actually had a full-on 80-minute dominance. So
no, that's fair.
Bit of a watch this space on them for sure.
Yep, and then the biggest upset for me of the round, we had the Eels 38 defeat the Bulldogs 20. Didn't see this one coming purely just off the hit to the troops that the Eels have taken, and the Bulldogs. Yeah, they got a couple, but, you know, I mean, putting Josh Curran in centre, I said it before the game.
How many tries they scored on that end?
Massively worried with that. He's a fine utility in the back row. Can kind of fit second row, lock, any front row, maybe.
Has he been playing first grade this year?
Well, he's just come back off injury.
Gotcha. Straight to the centres.
Yes and no. And then they put him in the centres. He's not fast. He's not athletic. Bad move, and the Eels punish him. So,
and I don't even want to take any credit away from the Eels there. Like, the Dogs were just win. Like shitty, but like, I mean, like you said, massive down win. On men, they looked electric.
And they got bashed by the Titans by 50 last week. To come to that and beat the Bulldogs, which is a bit of it's a rivalry game.
For sure. Rivalry game. And it was, like I said, we'll touch into this again also, but like, they had a lot to play for with who was in the crowd, etc.
100%. Let's get into the honourable mention team. Mm-hmm. You kick it off, man.
Yeah, so I've got the Eels. So again, it was a huge week for them. They were down to virtually their last lives, the amount of players they've got on their top 30 currently.
Yep.
And they just looked really sharp. I really, 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 really liked Joash Papali'i in fullback.
Yep.
I mean, I know Iongi's been there and been great, but I mean, he had like a fucking 5 out of 5 game. Like, he was really, really good for me. And like in front of Sterlo in the I think it's that 1986.
Oh yeah,
it was the
James Hardy team.
I think that makes sense. It would be like their 30-year premiership team. They could be wrong, but I know that Sterlo and they were definitely there in the crowd watching. But Peter Wynn scoreboard for sure. And what are your thoughts on Ronnie Volkman? For me, after that performance against that sort of team, in that sort of fucking like this with. That area, I was like, I reckon he gets another crack at it.
Yeah, he probably will. I mean, Joe Ash will be the half when Iongi comes back. Mm-hmm. He'll slot into 6 as long as Pezz's still out, obviously. Yep. But he's probably the second, third string half. But that's the best game I've ever seen him play.
That's what I mean. I just thought both those guys played really, really well in those positions. So again, I don't want to take anything away from the Eels and say how bad that the Bulldogs were, but they just looked really good and like enjoyable to watch. I was like, Addo Carr scoring tries again. I was like, not bad. And again, this is a team that we put a lot of shit on as well, because they just haven't had anything going. At the start of the year, they looked really, really bad. Poor old Rozzy came in. They got a spanking round 1, but I mean, they're showing ticker. Like, it just shows a lot about them.
I think we've been fair, but harsh but fair on them. Like, we haven't unfairly bagged them. We've said, look, they're going to have a bit of worry with troops being out and stuff like that. And then they turn up and they have a good performance. We congratulate them. We're fair. We're fair and just.
And of all teams to beat,
the Bulldogs. Bulldogs lose, Australia win.
That's right. Bulldogs lose, Dragons lose, Australia win.
Yeah, it's so simple. And the Sharks win a bye. So
that's right. Our teams win and their teams lose.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's the best week of the round. Anything else on this one you want to touch on?
No, I think that's it, mate. The Eels get the nod for me this week. Good for them getting the win over the Bulldogs, who we dislike. So who'd you have?
Mine's very similar thought process. Mine's the Broncos. I honestly thought that was one of the gutsiest wins of the entire year that I've seen, to be honest. Like, they were already down on troops coming into that game. And then they didn't lose Stags, but he was playing with one fucking leg. He didn't look great.
Yeah, I thought he was done for. He almost walked off the field. I thought, he's done.
They were talking, and he probably should have gone off, but I guess they just didn't have the troops for it. But, Katoni normally plays on 3 legs, played on 1. Yeah. Great result. Haas goes off, MCL, out for 6 to 8 weeks, whatever it is. Arthur's ended up going off as well with the foot injury. So, The amount of depth that these guys have lost, and to still turn up in that game. Willison, I thought, was unbelievable. I thought Ben Tolte was really good as well.
I rate Willison, hey.
He's good. He's good. He's really good. They just had, honestly, I thought they had no right to be competing in that game. Like, the Tigers had everything go their way. They were playing at home. They should have ran away with that at a few points, and they just didn't put belt to ass, foot to pedal, whatever you want to say. And Reynolds steps up and steals it with a field goal. And I know people like to hate the Broncos because they're good and they're also a bit arrogant in some of their plays and stuff like that. But you got to give them credit there. That was a massively gritty win. I was super impressed with what I saw from that club.
Very nice. I got 2 questions for you here, and they're not. It doesn't come anything. It's like, number 1, can you see Payne Haas getting a release early?
No. Fuck no.
No?
Absolutely not.
6 to 8, potentially. Yeah. If it was longer, would you have said they'd let him go?
Probably not. Just for the chance that if he comes back, he's the best front row in the game. You can't let him go early and then potentially you make a semi-final and he's the difference and he's not there. So I think no.
Yeah, when I saw it happen, I was like, oh fuck, wrap him up in cotton wool and just get him out of there. Have a long preseason, brother, get your head right, all the rest.
It didn't look like I don't know. It didn't look like there was a whole lot in it. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. It was a tricky one for sure. But like I said, I don't know who was commentating the game. And he was like, oh, he's not the sort of player to stay down kind of thing.
And he does get bashed a fair bit. He's a little bit injury prone. I suppose it's because he's a big front rower. But like, he's always got carrying shoulders, carrying foot injuries. And
just little niggly ones, I reckon. Probably from this
things.
Like the work rate he's getting bashed through too, you know what I mean? 100%. He needs to get the Latrell treatment and just play golf and hang out and just fucking cruise. Sit in the centers too. And question number 2, I had this discussion with another one of actually a Dribble Sport follower, and the field goal.
Yeah.
I've always sort of said this jokingly and kind of meant it in a way, right? The same way that the short dropout has sort of ever, what's the word I'm looking for here?
It's changed the game, for sure.
Changed the game, right?
Yeah.
Do you not have I would have an argument to say that the field goal could be used more often, right? So for me, the whole momentum of that game changed when they had 10 minutes to go. And rather than go for the try, Reynolds just fucking slots one from 10 metres out in front with no pressure, instantly puts scoreboard pressure on the Tigers. Like, I've always said, like, teams could do this more often because even now with the 2-point field goal, right? Like, if you're 40 metres out, rather than put up a bomb...
Birdo's put up a bomb!
That's what I mean. Like, does it open up the potential for teams just to start taking these pot shots just in the middle of the game out of fucking nowhere? Because, I mean, hey... Scoreboard pressure is good. Let's just say you're in a tight contest and you can't get to the try line. The team's defending well. If you can catch them off guard and slot a 2-point field goal, it's no different to like, if you caught a penalty and there was no set restart, you'd take the 2, right?
Yeah.
If you can get this uncontested and you're confident in your kick out, what's the worst case result? Other team
7 tackle set.
Is it a 7 tackle set?
If it goes out, like the
goal
line.
Is that the risk you take? It's no different to a short dropout when the other team catch it and then they're already on their 10-meter line.
Yeah, I think probably the pushback you'll get is that like the dropout is that you can contest it and like they can make an error. There's a few outcomes, whereas the only outcome is you either kick the field goal or you give the other team possession back with a 7 tackle set or something like that. So I get the argument, and there probably is there's probably grounds to make teams think about going for it earlier, for sure. But then the question is how early. Yeah.
I just thought the Tigers looked a bit spooked after Reynolds kicked that field goal. I think they just caught it off guard and then they were just shocked.
100%. You can't deny scoreboard pressure is a massive thing.
Yeah, but even with 10 minutes to go, like you get the ball 10, 15 times. Like it's just... Anyway, but that's...
No, it's an interesting talking point. What do you guys think? Let us know. Would love to know what you guys think. Should teams go for field goals earlier?
Yep.
It's a good point.
I think so.
All right, what's next off the cab? What do we got?
Most concerning teams.
Here we go.
Again, there was a lot of teams this week that had just lost on repeat. Like, obviously the Dragons are concerning, the Bulldogs are concerning, but it's just, you can't keep saying it every week. So I tried to look, beyond the realm. And it's the Dolphins this week for me because it's just another loss. Nothing really impressive for me. They lose to the Panthers, so you can't really say they played badly, but I just wanted to sort of bring up that this is just another loss on the notch of the Franks bet with me.
I knew that was the only reason this was coming
all I wanted to say is that they're shit. And, that's it.
That's such a bad take. It's such a bad take. It's just, The Dolphins are fucking. They're 2 points out of the 8. They lose the fucking golden point game.
They're not in the 8. They're not in the 8.
They're not in the 8 right now.
I'm saying it's not about. This should be concerning for you.
I'm not concerned, bro. They're down 18-0 at halftime to Panthers, and they lose by a fucking field goal after coming back. I thought they were one of the better performing teams of the round, to be honest. So I'm not hugely concerned. I get it. They lost, but I don't think it was a loss that you take too much stock away from mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I just knew the fact you wanted to bring that up was literally just for that.
Well,
bet.
I mean, I couldn't just talk about the same teams. I thought I just sort of mixed it up. I think Frank's most concerning team should be the Dolphins letting you down financially.
Let's talk about this. Doug is so blinded by that Dolphins bet that he thinks a 1 point field goal loss is literally worse than 5 straight losses for a team who made the grand final last week. The fucking Melbourne Storm.
Oh, we always bash the Storm, but you're right.
I mean,
how can we be more concerned for them?
How bad can it get? Like, they're just so un-Melbourne-like. Mm-hmm. They're playing bad footy. They're missing the clutch factor. They don't look good at all. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so here's a question for you, and we will touch on this again, so I won't get too hard.
Yeah.
This team's lost 5 in a row.
Yes, they have. Say it again.
Okay. So even though there's some statistical history behind this, why are they $1.60 favourites against the fucking Rabbitohs this weekend?
I think we'll get into that further.
Fucking hell.
I think we'll get into that further. I mean,
you're right, mate. All their stars just aren't playing stars.
Firing.
How fucked is it? How different they are without... I mean, that's not right, actually, because Falongo's been excellent at fullback for Pappenhausen, but... Jerome Hughes...
He doesn't look good. I think he's going under the radar with how average he looks at the moment.
I think Munster is too.
But I see a lot of people talking about Munster on Twitter. I've seen a lot of posts this week specifically, but he's had a bad couple of weeks leading in. What has Hughes done all year? He's done much the same as Munster. Hey. He's done fuck all.
It's funny. He hasn't got his best buddy Katoa there to take all those
to
fucking
just put
tries.
high balls up and fucking out jump the fullback. So,
it
is interesting. I mean, who could have predicted the Storm going this badly?
Only one bloke.
Who could that have been?
Yeah.
Who could have seen this coming?
And you sat through the 60-point win at the start of the year too.
Yeah, I had to cop it. I had to cop it going, Melbourne are actually looking all right. 5 in a row. Feels good to just, sometimes just look back, give ourselves a bit of a pat on the back and feel good about things. And I mean, where does this go? Because like Munster, as we said, is having such a bad run. He's missing tackles. He's bad offensively. Like, I don't know. At least if you're being bad defensively, you get away with a bit if you're scoring tries or setting up tries. He's not really doing either. They look clunky. They look off. They got no big names coming back in. It's like if they're losing 5 in a row and they had Munster and Hughes to come back in, then maybe you'd feel a bit better. But it's like, who improves this team?
I tell you what I was thinking about this, right? Because obviously the Storm have had this dynasty. They've been great for as long as we've lived.
I can't remember them being bad. Ever.
That's right, ever. But I was thinking about this and sort of comparing it to like the rugby union, right, with Melbourne's. Because Melbourne's like not even in a state where there's any other teams playing, right?
Yep.
Let's just say they come like second or third last and out of nowhere, Munster retires.
Yep.
And obviously, Jerome Hughes won't retire, but they're going to have some players there. Bellamy may retire now.
Maybe, yeah.
Now that he's sort of wanted to have another crack. What if Bellamy leaves and Munster leaves and the Storm are just this bad team for the next 2 or 3 years, could we see this potentially like just falling off the face there? Like they're trying to bring up, they got like the Papua New Guinea team coming in and all this stuff. It's like, I'd be worried about what happens to Melbourne once this dynasty's dead and dusted because like, I don't know what their cap space is like, but if they lose these star guys that have been there for a long time, they lose their head coach that's been there for a long time, and they just got these new sort of just like Mr. Fix-It guys and not very watchable team, like, I could see numbers dropping off pretty quickly for Melbourne in a state that's not even an NRL state. Like, what happens? It's like a bandwagon team. Once the Storm go bad, are they all going to go there? Like, I don't know. I thought really deep into that.
I think that the thing that the Storm have going is they have a war chest. Like, they don't have really any, like, besides Munster and Hughes, they don't have people on big money. Like, and Harry Grant, of course. Those three, but they've got all their spine filled. So it's like you can spend a little bit of extra money and get those really solid backline plays, because obviously Meany's gone next year. He's going to Perth.
Yep.
Tyron is going. Wishart's going to Perth as well. So they lose more depth. So I think the Storm are going to go bang and they're going to sign some big names soon. I thought Tino was the one they were going to do in this off season, bring him to the Storm again.
Stefano's been a bit of a waste.
Didn't happen. Well, he's been all right. He's been their best forward by a country mile, and it hasn't really been close. Like,
big fish, small pond.
There's not much going on there in the forward pack, but that's what I mean. I think they're going to really hit some signings in this off season.
Yeah, okay.
I think it'll be not a new look Melbourne team, but
Did they land a Drinky?
I don't think they'd want him. I don't reckon they'd want him.
Sorry, you're right. Waste of a signing.
I don't reckon they'd sign him. I reckon they'd see all
who's
his
hot property
errors
on the market right now.
Well, they're just the team that they can just, like, a name that you just wouldn't even be thinking about. They'd already have it signed, and they'd just be waiting. Like, that's the sort of club they are. Could happen next year. They need a big wing. Obviously, Warbrick's going next year as well. So, their backline's going to look completely different next year. So, it's they're going to be huge, yeah, it's a huge talking point.
Yep.
We'll see what they're doing. But, yeah, Storm, massive watch this space for mine.
Fair enough. But, look, we'll leave the concerning things out of the way. Let's give some players some flowers. Our players of the round this week, and also our Supercoach King. Again, for me, I'm doing a 2-for-1. I did the same thing last week, and it's my boy Trell Mitt.
Yeah,
I don't give him enough flowers. You know what I mean? I take the biased out. I hardly ever give him a serious glazing.
Yep.
But I mean, it really just looks like under sixes out there.
Give him a good old fashioned sucking here. Just give it.
I will, because you know he had to do so much, and he just wasn't delivering at fullback. He was coming in. He's a moments player for sure, and was just like we needed him at times, and he wasn't there. But guess what? Now, mate, all we need you to do is catch the ball inside 20 metres and fucking run over someone. Easy. And he does it better than anyone in the comp.
Yeah.
And he did it 4 times against the Dragons. I mean, we just bathed them on the left-hand side. It was a good game, but literally, without him, we don't win that game.
Yeah.
Even AJ's try was a nice one from 20, 30 metres out. But again, it came off of the trail pass that set him up there. He was just absolutely everywhere. He had 177 Supercoach points, which is absolutely monstrous.
4 tries, right?
4 tries, a try assist. He actually missed a couple conversions, all from the same spot.
Yep.
Usually a pretty reliable kicker. But, I mean, he's just playing absolutely on fire now. I mean, I'm so glad that, you know, the days of him playing fullback are done for now, at least with Jai Gray being so good, and also having Dufty there as a filler. He had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he was good.
We said to watch this space. He was the player to watch last week, Matt Dufty.
Yep.
Had a job to do, did it well, got a try, got the win. So super happy for him as well. But yeah, Latrell Mitchell, I mean, how can you not say he wasn't the best player in the competition last week? Just literally,
hard to argue.
Like, he had 4 or 5 guys just bouncing off him. Oh, fucking, what do you do there, eh?
Yeah, he's so hard one-on-one. To be fair, it was a centres round last round. Like, every player that you wanted to pick for best player was like, it was either Trell, it was Herbie, I thought Simi Sasangi was fucking great again.
So good, eh?
The centres are on fire at the moment. This brings me a question. Who do you start as your centre pairing for New South Wales? And I think we'll go in depth on this next week with a full team.
Okay.
But I want to know centres. Who are you thinking?
Well, it's 100% Latrell.
Yeah.
And I honestly, it fucking shits me.
You put him on the left?
He's on the left. And I honestly reckon they'll pick Critter on the right still.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll get first crack. And it shits me because he shouldn't. Give me a few options. Give me 2 or 3.
Well, Turbo's obviously ruled out now, but he was in the mix.
I'll tell you who I would have had.
Yeah.
But it's on the wrong side.
McLean.
I would have had Casey McLean.
Yeah.
Maybe on the wing or something. He should be in the team, but I don't think he's in. Like, no one's going to get left centre off Latrell. No way.
It'll be interesting to see if I think Critter should be due back before Origin. So you would think it would be those two with the walk-up start.
I think
and then
he'll
a
get
bit more
crack.
pressure if Turbo hadn't got injured and stuff like that. But it's an interesting proposition. I don't know where Sasangi is from. I mean, you probably can't make an argument for him for Origin yet. But I mean, it's hard not to, because he can play second row. He can fill a lot of gaps. And
he's been really good.
That's a big one for me in Origin. It's like, can they play multiple roles? Because a lot of injuries, a lot of things like that in Origin. Sasangi is a fucking great depth filling.
Yeah.
Where he can play second row, can fill in the back line.
Has Bizza been playing on the left or right lately?
Right.
Yeah, so even that left wing spot for the Blues isn't totally like...
It has to be Jenkins. Honestly, it has to. Who can you pick
over
right. Tom Jenkins?
You're right. You're so right.
Who can you pick on the wing over Tom Jenkins?
But again, that's the thing. If he was a Maroons, straight in, because they play their fucking positions. But because they do all this shuffling and dancing, without all these injuries with McLean and suspension, to McLean... Turbo, we would have probably seen Turbo on the fucking right side and probably seen Critter on the wing. Like, we would have seen all that shit.
I actually think it'll work well because Lomax is gone. He played right wing last year, I believe, for Origin. So
Bizzo will go to the right wing.
I think Bizzo should just slot in there, and then surely you have to call Milky up. Like, his form is just unbelievable.
Well, he's scored a record amount of tries. I mean,
16.
Two every game.
It's fucking unbelievable. You have to pick him.
Yep.
My player of the round this round, like I said, it could have been any of those centers. But I just want to give Jackson Ford another shout out.
Love this guy.
He's just playing bullshit footy at the moment. He's leading the Dalium as a front rower.
Yep.
Picked up another 5 points in the Wars win against the Titans.
Yep.
He played 80 minutes. Full 80 minutes. Had 23 runs, 239 meters, 95 post-contact meters, 49 tackles. The stat line's insane. Like, if this guy doesn't get his name thrown around for the Blues camp, I'll give it away. Like,
seriously.
it'll be a disgrace. Like, do you remember last year? Everyone was making this case, Terrell May.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, he's not only more effective than Terrell May, but he's more dangerous close to the line than Terrell May. And Yeah, like I said, people were screaming for May to make the Blues camp last year 100 times. I think Jackson Ford has to get a sniff in the Blues camp.
I think so too. Like I said, I think if Mitch Barnett can get picked for the Blues in a Warriors jumper, I reckon Jackson Ford can. And like you said,
great call.
If they were to leave him out, look at all the stats and all the info they've got on him this year. Like they would look silly to leave him out.
And he plays 80 minutes.
That's right.
Like what other forward front rower, like besides Terrell May, they're not playing 80 minutes.
That's right. And now also with the injury to Payne Haas.
Yeah.
I mean, chuck him straight in there.
He's gone for Origin 1, so maybe it opens it right up.
I hope so, man, because he's fucking awesome. Like I said, he again got shafted by the Dragons. They didn't want him. He didn't leave.
They're regretting that now.
They didn't want him. They didn't say how he cut it. A lot of people didn't say. Goes to the Warriors. Hard move.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's going to literally. It's not like he's going to the Sharks or whatever. He's gone all the way to New Zealand. Last year, I thought he was really good.
Yeah, he's underrated last year.
Like I said, he was playing back row and stuff, scoring tries off back row. Now he's moved into this like more front row sort of role, and he's just tallying them up. Again, it comes down to the change of the new game. And I was going to bring it up earlier when we went through the scores. I said, I don't know if you've noticed a trend. A lot of 50-point games, 60-point games, and I think it was actually the difference for teams like the Dragons and the Dogs. Like their pack just looked like they were fucking blowing all game. You know what I mean? Just kept the other teams in it. But yeah, I'm with you, Jackson Ford for sure.
Yeah, I think the archetype of the front rower has changed purely due to this game. It's not the big, fat, bulky George Rose. I mean, it has never been the George Rose, but the massive front rower, I think, is slowly being less effective. And the more like the utility front rower that's smaller, can play big minutes, can still hit like Jackson Ford, Keon, all those guys seem to be really having solid years and benefiting from this new style of footy. So big shout out Jacko Ford and my player of the round this round.
Yeah, nice. Some other standouts as well. I had Teddy, of course, Herbie Farnworth. I'll say he was pretty bloody good. So was Hammer.
Yep.
And again, Terrell May was actually pretty bloody good for the Tigers. Yeah. So
so it was a good week for footy. There was a lot of standouts, a lot of names you could have thrown in there, but there's a few from us.
Yeah.
Let's talk preview, shall we? Shall we get into this round?
Absolutely.
We got NRL Round 8 this round. I'm excited. It's funny. We're only 8 rounds in. It feels like more to me. But this is going to start going quickly. So let's run through the games for this round, and then we'll get into our match of the round and some other bits and pieces.
Sounds good.
Okay, kicking us off on Thursday, we have the West Tigers taking on the Canberra Raiders at Leichhardt. That seems like it should be a very good game. And obviously, it's the Anzac round, so there's a bunch of good games getting around.
There's a fuckload of good games this week. I have got golden point or 1 point sniff all over this game.
In this one? Yeah,
100%.
Okay.
I can 100% see these teams having a serious close game. Hey, Dewey, Sanders. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't mind that call. I think I could see that being really close as well. Maybe like a 24-22 sort of operate, somewhere around there. Friday night, 6 p.m, we've got the Cows taking on the Cronulla Sharks at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. I'm not concerned at all. The only concern is that the Cowboys had such a bad game last week is that they bounced back.
That's right. My one argument would be that Cowboys play well at home, but they had this game last week against a softer team and they got bathed.
Here's what I'll say about this game, right? Sharks coming off a week break, which could go either way. But I'll say this. Cronulla, if you are a serious football team this year, you should put belt to ass on the Cowboys and there should be no in between. We should go up to Townsville. Yeah, it's hot, it's humid. Don't care. We should go up there. We should run over the Cowboys. And the 2.5 line is a fucking joke. If we don't win by more than 2.5 against this... Who didn't have Cowboys in their bottom 4 coming into this year? Nobody. Everyone had them in their bottom 4 to 6. And Sharks, everyone had them between the 4 to 8 range, somewhere in there. If we are to be a serious contender this year, we put belt to ass and 2.5 line is a joke against the Cows this week.
Love that. That's
my call. We'll see how it lands. But next up, Friday 8 p.m, we got the Broncos taking on the Bulldogs. Prices have flipped on this one. Bulldogs actually jumped $2, and they were my value pick of the week.
Okay.
They've come in now, so they're the favourites. Obviously, off the back of Haas, Staggs is already ruled out. Jensen midweek got ruled out as well. So there's a couple there, but Broncos have gone into underdog money now.
Yep.
Anything you want to talk about on that one quickly before we keep moving?
Not a whole lot. Hey, I think that's got a potential stink fest written all over. I mean, see how bad the Bulldogs played last week, and the Broncos are just a different side with all those injuries. Again, a lot of these games, like I said, with this, we've gone through 3 games. I can see a lot of these being close. close. And just to rewind a little bit, I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and say that if the Sharks don't beat the Cowboys this week, line through them.
I
Rule
don't
them
mind
the fuck
that.
out.
Honestly, I'm with
Forget
you.
the 50-point rule.
Yep.
If the Sharks cannot beat the Cowboys this week, they are not going to win the comp. And they won't even make the fucking top 4.
Yep. I think that's a fair call. I think the Cowboys are the type of team that, they can have some offensive success, but if you are a legit team, you fucking grind them down, you break them, and you score more points, and you don't concede. You just cannot concede points to the Cowboys. And if you don't, you're going to fucking win. So,
that's right.
Sharks should win that one. Dragons on Saturday, 4 p.m, the Anzac game. We've got the Dragons taking on the Roosters at Allianz, big line in this one. I think it was 16.5. What are you thinking?
Well, I usually don't buy into this sort of thing, but it happened, and I'm going to buy into it.
The coach sacking.
Flipping. Maybe cover that line.
Yeah.
Maybe cover that line. I don't know.
I think you make an argument for it. Like the Chooks still have yet to put an 80-minute performance out. So who's to say the Dragons don't come out here 40 minutes in, they're leading maybe 12-4, 6, something like that.
Yep.
And then they somehow hold on for a 12-point loss or something. I could see that for sure.
I was just looking here the last 2 times they played to see if there was potential, but last year the Roosters won by a fucking 30.
Yeah, they got bashed.
Yeah, they bashed them both times last year. So
I remember the speed they were attacking. Sandon Smith, I think, scored 2 or 3 tries through the middle. He just blitzed them. Hard to see the Dragons winning. But,
very hard.
But the coach out throws a lot of volatility in the air, so maybe it's one to chase some volatility.
And maybe we'll see some Dragons fans with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
You know, they've been bitching and whining all week about getting rid of the coach and this and that. I was like, well, to be honest, again, I'm a big coach defender guy. Like, the coach isn't the one out there playing, getting... I reckon Shane Flanagan would have defended Latrell Mitchell better than Setu 2 on the weekend.
I tell you what, Shane Flanagan didn't miss 13 tackles against as Val Holmes.
Yeah, so
it's a tough one.
That's right.
We'll see. We'll see how that one ends up. I think 16.5 is a big line. I could see them covering. I could also see them not covering. Not sure about that game. I think there's a bit of questions in the air for that one.
Yep.
Saturday, 6:05 p.m. We got some weird times for these games.
I think it's for the last post.
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense. Like I said, I always thought the Melbourne versus the Wires, as long as I can remember, on Anzac Day. Maybe I'm forgetting the last couple.
No, you're right, and it normally was, but I think it's been South now for like the last 3 years.
Yeah, right.
It has been at least 2, because I remember
last year they played in the rain last year.
That's right. It was definitely last year. I think the year before we moved. So 23. I think this is the 3rd year running. Right. I think
6:05 p.m. at Henry Stadium in Wellington. Not sure about that one.
Unless that's renamed from something. What's the other? There's Go Smart.
That's in Auckland, but this one's in Wellington. So they've taken in a home away game for this one, the Wars.
Okay.
Take on the Dolphins. Yeah, like I said, in Wellington. So interesting game. I think that's a points fest for me.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, New Zealand are getting a bit more of a VIP treatment lately with all these home games.
Yeah, they are.
But I mean, to play to the Dolphins, honestly, man, like I'm looking through these games. If you're a footy tipper with a big sack, you'd be playing the Joker this week and just trying to get all these upsets, because it could just it could go either way for all these games and getting lucky. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can see this going like.
I think this is my game of the round. Honestly, I do. It might seem like a bad pick, but like, if you look at the history between these two, both these teams can score points galore. Like, there's no denying that both these teams can probably easily score 30 points on Saturday. They also have a very competitive history. Like, if you go back and you look at the last couple of matches, they're pretty close. They're pretty close. I think it's 3-2. I think it might be Wise has won the last 3, or have won 3 out of the last 5, and Dolphins scored 1-2. So it's a competitive back and forth match. And Dolphins still has 54. I don't know, man. They could turn up and they could put points on Wise bat. If Titans can score 20, Dolphins could score a lot.
I'm hearing that. Like, one thing I'll say about the Warriors over our lifetime is that the Warriors aren't always the most reliable teams, even at home. And like I said, I'm not backing the Dolphins here, but at $2.54, I mean, it's pretty hard to ignore that price. So,
100%.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's definitely another great game potential. But
yeah, points galore in that one. I love the look of it. The Saturday 8:10 slot, again, an unusual one, but it's Anzac round. So we have the Melbourne Storm taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Amy Park, Melbourne. Give us the preview and give me the pick. What do you got? Give me the preview and give me the pick.
South Sydney, $2.27. Melbourne Storm, $1.64.
Talk to me.
You seeing that as well?
Yes.
Melbourne, $1.64.
I actually think you can get bigger on South. $2.35.
I mean, what have we done to be that long of favourites. This is Melbourne Storm. I know that South have never fucking won in Melbourne. I know that it's 0-24. I know that. But the Storm have lost 5 in a row. At home, away, doesn't matter. And Latrell Mitchell's scoring tries out of his ass each and every week. He's going to do the same thing this week. How the hell are South Sydney $2.27? And where do I sign my life away on putting their house on it?
Is this?
What about the disrespect?
Is this the generational betting?
Does the comp hate South Sydney that much? The pride of the league, the greatest club in NRL history. Did the bookies hate us that much? Like, what else do we have to do to be fucking favourites in this game? I don't even care about winning. But favourites, $1.64 for the Storm. They've lost 5 in a row.
Are they due?
Well, they've been due for the last 4 weeks. This isn't the same Storm team that's been hanging around for year after year. How the hell are we at such long odds?
It's a great question. I'm interested to see what's
the line?
How do they win this?
How does South win this?
Yeah.
The same way we do every fucking week. Play the ball. We go right. Short play. Done. Mamazelis. Cameron Murray. Cody Walker. Fucking out the back. Straight pass. Who's going to be this week? It'll be Lockie Hubner because if Afita's injured, Latrell. He'll have 3 blokes on him and go, am I feeling lazy or am I feeling energetic? If we're already winning at this point, he's going to take them on himself and bowl them over or give the little 1-2 to Alex Johnson score in the corner. I'm telling you right now, Alex Johnson will score a try. Latrell Mitchell will score a try. Fuck it. Lockie Hubner may even score a try. Cody Walker will score a try. If you're fucking left at the goalposts for South Sydney, put him in any time try scorer because we're going to annihilate the Storm right side. There's just no way they lose this week. I mean, $2.20.
Can I give you a few stats? So Storm concede 34% of their tries through their defensive right edge. So the Rabbitohs left attacking edge.
Does that include the middle?
That includes the middle.
Okay.
And so the left is at 38% and the right is at 34%. Their left defense is ranked 17th so far. This is Storm. And the right defense is ranked 14th so far. And if you look at scoring for the Rabbitohs, their left side is ranked second in the competition.
Second.
And their right side is ranked 8th. Obviously, they go there a little bit less, but I don't know. It looks pretty promising to me. I don't get it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's lit a fucking flame under me.
The line is 3.5. So even if you play South...
3.5? So it's a try.
3.5, yeah.
So that's 4 Latrell Mitchells.
Yeah, correct.
Seriously. I mean, I don't give out much financial advisory, but I'll tell you what. That is fucking so much disrespect. Again, this is the bogey game for us each and every year. I will admit that.
Yep.
It isn't completely undeniable that, the facts and the stats would say that Storm have won this many a times. Because they have. But it's not the same Storm. And this is a fucking new Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
We are going to win. We're going to break the drought. And I'm not even going to be here for it.
Who cares? I might go to this match. I'll wear a Bunnies jersey for
Do it. There's 14 of them hanging up around here. Be random South Sky there. But seriously...
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The generational betting opportunity for this round.
I think it's my generational betting opportunity of a lifetime. It is. $2.27. Put your life on it. Sign it up. South Sydney Rabbitohs, $2.27 against the 0-5 Storm.
What about this? I'll raise you one. If South win this game, South make top 4 this year.
Love that. I absolutely love that. I thought that anyway, but I'm glad.
I think you can confirm it. If they beat the Storm in Melbourne on Saturday night,
Anzac Day,
they will make the top 4.
Absolutely. South Sydney win convincingly against the Storm. Put the fucking trumpet up your ass, Melbourne. You're done and dusted. We win by 100.
Love
Cheers.
It. Absolutely love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday, 2 p.m. We got the Knights taking on the Panthers, DJ Panthers, at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle.
Panthers by 50.
Dominant?
I reckon they just go whack.
Yeah.
Imagine Tommy Jenkins on Dommy Young.
That might be the mismatch of the century.
I mean, he'll have him in the air, potentially. But Tommy Jenkins has a crack in the air, so I won't rule that one out.
Tommy Jenkins will fucking sit on his head in the air. The only way Dom Young scores is if he's faster than him down the outside. But
which he might be.
He could be. He could definitely be. He's pretty fucking quick. I don't know. I think Knights aren't playing bad footy, and Penrith seem to be more up than down, obviously. But there's some up and down moments, and at home, who knows? I think it could be close, but...
Yeah, you're right.
I think Penrith should win that one for sure. And then the last game of the week, we have the Manly Seagulls taking on the Parramatta Eels at 4 Pines Park. You guessed it. You sniffing upset? You smelling an upset, are you?
I'm sniffing a bit of value.
Do you reckon?
I mean, $3 for the Eels.
Yeah, It's a big price.
I mean, this is the same. I know the Eagles are hot. They are running hot.
But they're also not.
But they're also without Tommy Turbo.
Yeah.
And I know they were out for him for most of that game still. But this Eels team, if they play anything like they did last week against the Dogs, who are a good, respectable outfit.
I agree.
Again, maybe not completely, but $3.
I'm with you. I think the fact that the Seagulls are $1.38 in this fucking economy, I don't get it. I get it. They're playing at home and they've been playing some decent points. And look, Para have conceded a whole bunch of points in the last few rounds, but if Para play anywhere near where they played last week, they're in with a massive chances against the Manly team this week.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I don't know, man. I reckon it's a bit of... Like I said, I'm not a big Eels guy usually, but I sniff some serious upset potential. So
I'm curious to see if Cooler goes to fullback, finally gets his crack at fullback. I think he'll look pretty damn good.
I hope so. That'd be great.
I think he'll look pretty damn good. So we will see there. Players to watch.
Yeah, look, mine's Scotty Drinkwater. Again, just hot and cold as fuck, but there's a lot of contract speculation around him at the moment and in somewhat good form. I just think that, like I said on the other end for the Sharks beating the Cowboys, right? Like, if the Cowboys are going to be a sniff of making the 8 this year and just proving to the comp that they are a decent side, at home against a top 4 contender, bouncing back from last week, this is just a massive game. And if he doesn't turn up, Drinky, the Sharks will roll him.
Yep, 100%.
It happened last week. He didn't turn up in his milestone game where he had to be there. They got rolled. I think it's going to be a bit of fuel for the fire for him. And I just think that, if he steps up, the Cowboys can give him a real crack this week. But if he doesn't, they're going to be fucked. And then the Cowboys line through him if you haven't already. So
yeah, I
just
agree.
one to watch. Again, not expecting a fucking superb performance, but without him, his team's going to be a real caca.
Yeah, it's contract year for Drinky. No wonder he's having a big year. So let's see how he goes on Friday night against my Sharkies. My player of the round to watch, it has to be Cam Munster for me. Huge game.
Spotlight is officially on him.
Spotlight massively on him. He's having a bad time. He's lining up against the Bunnies on Anzac Day at home. It's a huge match. It's weird, right? Because every match that the Storm play, it's like you come in and you go, oh yeah, they got the class halves. But it's like, when are they going to show that they're the class halves? He's on a field with Cody Walker and Jamie Humphries. If he's not the fucking class half on that field, what's going on? There's something going on there. So I think he needs to turn things around. He needs to find some form pre-origin. Hopefully not actually for New South Wales Blues. Hopefully he doesn't find form.
Or for the Bunnies, let's say.
Yeah.
Next week.
But I think this is a massive match. They just cannot go 6 in a row. They're fucking bottom 3. So... things need to change. Massive watch space on Cam Munster.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, mate. Like, he just needs to fucking lift, really. That whole team does. Hopefully not this week, but it's a Storm we've never seen before. So.
Yeah. Let's talk lock of the week. Last week you picked Trell Anytime, which I think jumped about $1.90 from memory, somewhere around there. So not a terrible price.
And did he score?
I think he might have... let me remember. Just 4?
Just 4. So you could cash that bet for. That's 4 locks in one go.
I put Stags Anytime as the lock last week. Obviously, that one got injured.
Didn't lock.
Didn't win. Got injured in that first, sort of 20 minutes and just never looked really likely running in the ball. But I had one of the all-time closing line value weeks last week. I picked him at $2.80. He jumped $2.40. So we beat price by 40 cents, which is pretty good. And then I also tipped Sitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. He was $6. He jumped $4.60. I beat $1.60 of price movement, and they both didn't even get near the chart line. It is just, anytime you beat line movement, it is a genuine curse. It's happened to me my whole career with UFC. Anytime I beat significant line movement, it gets fucked. Yeah. So I hate when I see closing line value. Hope we don't get it this week.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Now let's talk lock of the week. Who you got this week?
You're going to love this one.
Okay.
It's the Trell Mitchell Anytime. I honestly think I'm going to ride this one home until he doesn't score. And I mean, Frank, how could you... I mean, we laugh about it, but when was the last... I think he scored in nearly... I think the one game he didn't score was maybe against the Roosters, potentially.
No, I think you're right.
But he's scored in nearly every game, maybe 7 out of 8. But he's in try-scoring form.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, the South's left side are just doing really well. and the Storm right side are in a fucking world of trouble this week, and I'm putting him down. I'm not sure what the price might be. Doesn't matter because it's a lock of the week.
Honestly, you will probably get a decent price because they're underdogs.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's a fucking value bet for sure. I mean, I'm just going all in South Latrell multi right there.
So it's your lock of the week and it's your value of the week. It's everything.
Well, I think South is my value for the week.
Yeah.
And Latrell's my lock of the week.
There you go.
I mean, you could put them either. I'm fucking that confident they're both locks.
So it'll be Joe Chan, Jerome Hughes, Jack Howarth, and Will Warbrick up against.
Oh, Will Warbrick!
Who played left?
Jack Howard, the fuck are you going to defend him?
Was it Hubner that played left?
Hubner started left edge.
So it'll be Hubner, Walker, Trell.
But there has been rumours that we're going to potentially do
fucking
a
swap. Bring Duncan back to the
right.
left.
I think they're going to bring Duncan back to the left because the right side is just the quiet achievers. Yeah. It's our defensive rock. That Whiten, Graham, and Hubner, just a defensive lock.
Yeah, I love that.
Not much attack going on out there.
Yep.
But when you're just doing too much on one side, who fucking cares? Just get it down there. Latrell, just bowl them over again.
Matt Timoko scored, I believe, last week against the against Jack Howarth. Mm-hmm. I can tell you some stats quickly for defense versus position.
I would love that.
Storm concede against centers 0.6 tries per game. Timoko scored in the last one. Roger scored as a left center in the last one. Casey McLean scored in the match before that against as the left center. Valentine Holmes scored 2. I think he was on the right though. So they've conceded to left centers a fair bit. This is all adding up very nicely. I like what you're putting down here.
There's value. It's a lock.
Yep.
Take your fucking pick. Latrell, boom. Anytime try scorer.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. My lock this week, it has to be Sharks minus 2.5. I think you throw them in with Penrith money line. That's my lock of the week this round. Like I said, if we are a serious club this year and with the trajectory that both these clubs are at currently, this is a match that the Sharks come in and we fucking win well.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
It's
as simple as that. Sharks come in here. I don't know who's going to... It has to be Tricky. Tricky has to lead the way. Nico, fall in line, brother. And
not even head to head. You just gone on the
Sharks
the line.
2.5. I think it can look like a joke line. I think it has the potential to look like a joke line.
But the price was head to head. It's not even that bad anyway.
I know, but 2.5. If we don't win by more than 2.5, like if we win, it should be by fucking 20.
Honestly, I would love to have a little bet on this somehow. I would love to see them win by 1 or 2 points.
If the Sharks win, we fucking win by 20.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
I think if the Sharks win, fuck, I don't know. I can see it being really close, mate. Honestly, I know the Cowboys are ass, but fuck, the Sharks just seem to just not deliver when we want them to.
Sharks 2.5 has the potential to look like the worst line of this week, in my opinion.
Fresh off the bye, I'll back you in.
We'll see. I just think if we win, it's got to be by more than 2.5. Okay. I think it looks good.
Okay.
Your upset value call of the week. You've already mentioned it a couple of times.
Like I've said, as I've highlighted,
800 times.
Max bet. South said, I don't know, it was $2.20 earlier. Yesterday it was $2.35 when I put this in. So upset value call. It's the fucking Rabbitohs against the Storm. Against the Stats, against the Storm. $2 plus money. It's value. Take it while you get it.
Very nice. My line that I had highlighted for value of the week, it was the Bulldogs at $2 against the Broncos. They are no longer that price, so I will not give that out because I'm not fraudulent.
Yep.
What I will give out is a couple that I like the look of.
Sure.
I think the Dolphins at $2.60 is a very good bet this week. I struggle to see them looking that wide in a point-scoring fest. Yeah, the Warriors are playing better footy, but I think the Dolphins can put up big points, and I think they can compete pretty closely. So $2.60 feels good. I think Para Eels plus 9.5 is a pretty good line as well.
Yeah.
I just don't trust the Manly Sea Eagles as big favourites. I just don't trust them.
9.5 is a great line.
Yeah, I think it's a good... It's more than a try. The blowout for the Eels is the worry, but I don't know. Plus 9.5 feels decent against a Sea Eagles team. I don't trust as far as I can throw them.
Manly aren't blowing out the Eels team I saw on the weekend.
No, I would agree with that. Let's go quick picks, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Sure. We have West Tigers, Raiders.
Tigers by a point.
I'm going Raiders. I think they look good value this week as well.
Okay, sure.
I think they look decent. They're starting to find some form. You can see it. And I don't think the Tigers look near as good with Luai in. I honestly, I don't think they did.
Well, Luai back in. Tigers lose.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll flip with you. Fuck it. I'm going to go Canberra too because I want to see this Jerome Luai losing streak continue.
I don't want to influence you. But
no, it's fine. I'm with you because I want to see them lose with Jerome Luai in 5.
And they put Dewey in the centre at the end of that game.
And I hated
it. Just bizarre. Yep. Bizarre. They got too many halves that are playing decent footy. So it's a tough one for them.
I'm going Raiders too.
Raiders for me too. Cowboys, Sharks.
Cowboys.
Sharks. Easy. Broncos, Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Bulldogs. I'm going Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think Bulldogs should win this one. They should. They should win.
Normally
this
when
one.
we say this, they lose. So
Yeah.
that's why I've said it.
Yeah. It's a win-win for us.
Yep.
Dragons, Chooks.
Chooks.
It has to be Chooks. I don't know how you can pick the
Chooks.
Dragons. Waz, Dolphins.
You know what? I hate to say this, but I think after what I saw last week against the Panthers, nearly had you there. Warriors.
No, I think the Warriors will probably win, but I think the Dolphins will compete pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
I just think that the Waz forward pack is going to be too much. They're close to the line.
Mm-hmm.
They are so damaging,
Yeah,
and I
they've got
reckon the
some
Dolphins.
strike power.
I reckon they'll struggle. They don't have a massive forward pack.
Mm-hmm.
So Waz to me. Storm, South.
South.
I love South this week too.
Yep.
Hopefully they get up for us
Thank
because
you.
we haven't stopped talking about them this whole podcast.
Yeah, it's been great.
Knights, Panthers.
Panther.
Yeah, Panther for me too. And last game of the round, Sea Eagles and the Eels.
I'm going Eels.
Fuck it, I'll go the Eels with you.
Value upset. It's definitely there.
Stinks of an upset.
Yep.
And the Titans versus the bye.
Much needed. I think the Titans might get this one.
Yeah, I think they deserve it. They
Yep.
should. They should run over the top of the bye.
Mm-hmm.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the 9th episode of the Dribble Swap Show, brought to you by Dribble Sport.
Yeah.
And Shuffle.
And Shuffle. Thanks, Shuffle.
We love Shuffle. Hashtag thanks Shuffle. You got anything you want to sign off with, my friend, before we get into the uffle?
Nah, not a whole lot, mate. Like I said, just long weekend for the most of us. So have a good weekend. Make sure you get to the dawn service. Don't be that guy that just rocks up to 2 up for fucking piss at 8 a.m. We got a few mates that do that. But
Yeah, it's fucking un-Australian. If you go and play 2 up, go to the fucking dawn service. Pay your respects. Get there. It's not hard. It's 25 minutes max. It's cold, but guess what? You know where else was cold? The bunkers in Gallipoli. They were pretty fucking cold.
Yep.
So in my opinion, you shouldn't go to the pub and celebrate if you can't go and do a 20-minute Anzac Day ceremony. I've said that for years.
I'm with you, Frank.
It's disrespectful, and we deserve better
I
as
agree.
a country.
I agree.
And if you do anything, go and pay your respects. It's
That's
a big
right.
part of the day. Make sure you do it. What day do we have off? Do we have any days off?
I don't know if we do in Victoria, to be
That's
honest.
so fucked up.
But in New South Wales, they do. But I'm not sure if Victoria did it last minute, but
We definitely don't have Monday off.
okay, well, in that case, it's not us.
Oh, that's so fucked. Anyway, hope
Yep.
everyone enjoys their long weekend. Hopefully we get one somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's one somewhere.
Yep.
But good luck with your picks. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't at Dribble Sport. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your mates. Other than that, good luck with your bets and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.